3D printing expertise to get into 3D printing. I said 3D printing a lot, but this video is meant to show you just how easy all of this really is. So with the desk shelf pointed to help keep things up here organized, I placed back the monitor and pretty much cleaned off the rest of the desk, so we're starting at a blank slate. Now before we continue with anything up here, I think we should take a look at the full part of the desk setup, cable management. Playing, that's how you know it's serious. Now, I personally don't know how to 3D this, but luckily Bamboo has a site called MakerWorld, which is pretty much just a giant library of community-made 3D models, and that is where I found this really cool cable management solution called Underwear. Like not underwear you wear, but like under like hardware. It's basically a giant modular cable management system that you can customize however you want or need. But with a cable management system this big, this means there's going to be a lot of pieces to print. Now, luckily the best
给你人啊！
these little channels and tubes. This is where your cables will slide into. But then using these connector pieces, you can connect the channels and tubes to a multi-board system. And it's pretty cool. It's kind of crazy that things like I know nothing about it. I am building a custom system. It's crazy. Alright, so I got the multi-board mounted to the bottom of the desk here, and I wanted to show you guys how the tubes actually connect on here. I actually just want to see for myself. But basically, print these little connector pieces out, and then that then connects to these tubes, which then, in theory, should just snap into place. Whoa, that is so sick. Insanely satisfying also. There you go. That is so sick. Obviously, you would use more connectors so it's not spinning around like this. Satisfying that is an issue, and that is, even though we just had a super cool montage of printing all of these multi-boards, I actually didn't print enough of them. Luckily, I have already printed everything else we need for this desk setup. So while the rest of the multi-boards print, let's set up the rest of the desk. So since I printed this desk shelf, that meant I had to get rid of my old soundbar. Even with no design skills, you have a physical item. I ended up finding some speaker stands on MakerWorld in like 5 minutes. 2.5 hours later, we're good to go. The A1 has a print speed of 500 millimeters a second. That's a lot of millimeters, but basically that means you're going to
万象よ巡れ
Apart the mouse, you print this frame out, combine them together, and you turn this 59-gram mouse into a 20-gram super light gaming mouse. It's obviously heavily inspired by Optimum's Zero Mouse. I mean, Optimum is literally in the name. If you've never seen his, definitely go check it out because it looks sick.
念の表像じゃじゃーんふんはっせいふっこの手にふんはっ
Tiny cutouts, the mouse points, even the tree support are super clean, and I was pretty happy with it. Or at least I thought I was. Because then I started thinking, what if I match the mouse with my keyboard? This is where 3D printing gets a little more fun.
具現性僕をたたえよ光り輝くがいい最高の一品よ律令に従え人類限界に沈め
You could load up to 4 colors, hit print, and then just walk away. For the mouse, the model is originally one color, so I threw it in Bamboo Studio and painted it with what colors I do want, and this is what we got.
はっはっとメスはっやっ力を
To game with, but the mouse being so light, like it just feels like a normal mouse. I will say though, you do lose the ability to scroll, which is kind of now because I can scroll. This is so sick. I might have to start gaming again, guys. I'm getting cooked though. I have never used a mouse this light before, but this just goes to show just how fun 3D printing can be. Making random mods, trying things you would normally never buy, or printing things you wouldn't want to spend hundreds of dollars on. Before we get to the last item, I ended up finishing the cable management system that I printed earlier, but I also printed a
この同点も華や同点について
No questions asked. No secrets told. Greetings from Los Pecados. Single-handedly.
念の表じゃじゃーん無に着せ歌え僕の名のもとにフォークを低音チャージ天心直送じゃじゃーん目も舌も満足させてあげる冷凍の人類星々よ静かに眠れ連気開始食前にゃふんお披露目だ具現せよ冷凍の時間よ連気化し世界を熱狂の渦にじゃじゃーガンのように羽ばたけ低音念の表お披露目だ冷凍の時間
I can't afford to miss any clue. It should have been me, not him. doesn't need friends, but I do.
具現せよ律令に従え僕をたたえ満ち溢れよ